Hi everyone, it's Goddess Lily. Well, things have changed for me regarding this wig that I was going to make. Initially, I was going to use a lace frontal that I had, already made, an old one that I took off a wig. But the more I start looking at it, the lace frontal has a center part, and I don't want to deal with the center part. I don't want to deal with trying to fill it in with makeup and make it, look good and everything. I just want everything going all back and to leave my hairline out to cover the edge. So that's how I want to make it. So what I decided to do was to go ahead and just sew the tracks all the way on and ventilate this area right here, which is a 1x2 inch. And since I'm wearing it behind the hairline and my hair is covering the edge, I really don't have to worry about, one needle or real fine ventilating across the front. I'm just going to use maybe a 4 needle in the back and a 3 or 4 needle in the front, and just fill it in really quickly. It'll only probably take me a day. So what I did so far is I took some wig lace, and this is, the wig lace you buy in a little pack for $1.99. I use it to add additional foundation onto my wig caps, because these are the wig caps that I have, and these are the ones that I sell, and they're very stretchy, thin. And when I make my wigs, I want my wigs to last at least 5 years. Now this lace up here, this flowery lace, is pretty sturdy. I don't have to cover it, but since I actually cut this lace to fit, I'm gonna just go ahead and cover that. I mean, it won't hurt anything. But this is the cap. This is actually a center part cap. I sell these caps, as you know. Go to my website, wigweaves.com. The link is always in the description area. There is a little amazon.com icon. From now on, you'll have to order the wig caps through Amazon. And I still have a few of these left, but they're all size smalls. So, but these are one size fits all if you're interested. And I have photos of them. I have a couple videos up of these wig caps. So just scroll through my videos and look for all the information. So what I'm going to do to get started with this, I went ahead and I bought some new hair. I bought 14 and 16 inch hair. I dyed it to get rid of, the black, because I don't wear black. Initially I dyed it dark brown, so it's a dark brown up here, and then I lightened it again to this, horrible golden whatever color. Hopefully it tones down a little bit. So this part in the front is what I'll be ventilating with, because I want, the darkness to match my dark roots in the front, and I might have to dye that black, but we'll get to that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hand base this net on. I'm just going to hand base it all around the edge. At this point, I'm not sure if I'm going to cut the flaps off. I mean, it just gives me extra room, and normally I'm hesitant about these flaps because the tracks have to come all the way down. I don't know what I'm going to do now. I'm actually going to stop the I'm going to stop it. I'm going to only baste it here. I'm not going to baste it over the flaps. I'm not quite sure what I want to do, how I want to, if I want to keep these flaps on or if I want to cut them off, but you'll see that. Hi everyone. So I have finished basting, and so as you can see, I also sewed some hand basted some lace in, and so I did stop right at the flap. And I left this strap here. Normally there was 2 straps. There was one here. I took that one off, and I just left this one here for support. So let me show you what it looks like on the inside. For those of you that want to use this cap, I want to note that when you're basting your lace, don't baste it right at the edge, because if you'll notice, it's you know, it's the thick elastic is here. So you're going to have to, when you go on the inside, see, to cut that elastic, see how thick it is? So you don't want to, you know, you don't want to baste over that part. So baste on the outside of that, because you're going to eventually take that off, and a track is going to actually come all the way around to the edge to really secure that lace down. So that's how you're going to do that. Now, I have decided to leave these flaps on, and I'm going to try this cap on for you. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on my head, and then I'm going to show it to you. I took my wig off. I'm going to show you why I decided to keep it on, the flaps on. Okay, have no makeup on. So this is how far it would go down. I have a little head. My circumference is like 20.5 or 21. Anyway, a lot of room. So normally I wear it behind my hairline, so it would come right here, right? Because this is all the hair that I leave out. So it would rest right there. And see how this just rests right there? So I think that I'm going to go ahead and keep it on. I just made it look crazy. But I think I'm going to go ahead and keep these little flaps on, because when I put the combs on and push it back behind my hairline, you know, it's still flush even. I was just worried about it not being flushed even. It'll basically be like that. And I'm going to just pinch in, because I hate when my cap is too big. I'm just going to go ahead and just kind of hand sew this. Just a little, like a ½ inch. I'm just going to go ahead and hand sew it down from, like, this is my hair back here, so I'm going to start like maybe about 4 inches. Just hand sew this little bit right up in here. Hey everyone, what I wanted to show you is that I started applying the tracks to the cap, but what I wanted to emphasize is that the tracks, before they are machine sewn, they have to either be glued to the cap or hand based with weaving thread. Whenever I hand base, I use weaving thread. And because I want to get through with this cap pretty quickly, I am actually using bonding glue to apply the tracks. So when you use bonding glue, I just kind of want to show you, you can't tell that I have bonding glue because it's very, very, very neat. This is what it looks like in the inside. If you're making a wig for a person, if you want to apply the tracks with bonding glue first, just take your time and be very neat and careful with it. So basically, this is the inside, so you can't even hardly tell that it's bonding glue. So what I do is I did 4 tracks from the bottom, and I actually set it in the freezer and let it get hard, because you know it takes forever for the bond to get hard. It's always going to be just a little sticky. But I set it in the freezer, and now I'm going to go ahead and machine sew the layers down. Then I'll do another section and bond it down and let it get hard in the freezer, and then I'll machine sew it, and then I'll finish up the top. What I wanted to tell you though that I have decided to do is, because I was concerned about the flap, I decided to leave the flap on, but I have also decided that I'm not going to bring the tracks all the way across to the edge of this. I'm going to ventilate all of this. So it's a pretty thick lace, but it can be ventilated through. So I'm doing really, really large needle down here. Probably I'll be grabbing 4 to 5 hairs using my largest needle and filling all this in with ventilation, and then I'll ventilate the top. And I also went ahead and I just machine sewn, you know, this down just to secure it in place, because I'm going to be finished with this pretty quickly. So I'll come back to you when I have all the tracks laid and I am ready to ventilate.